Hi, I'm Mark Smith. I'm the plant area manager here at Swartzen Nursery in Derby. Today is the 30th of June and we're going to have a look at the good looking plants for the coming week. Filming me is Matt. Say hello, Matt.
Hello.
So let's go and have a look to see what is looking good, particularly this week. So what we have here is a display that Rachel's done for us. It highlights contrasts and complementary plants that go really well together. First of all, there's the Abelia Kaleidoscope. I absolutely love this. It's such a stunning plant, semi-evergreen. It'll get to about 4 feet tall. Looks really bright golden like this during the summer with the red stems there. But when it gets a little bit colder later on in the autumn and winter, it goes a really vivid, bright orangey red all over. It looks like a totally different plant, and also it has the white stroke pink flowers in the spring before it comes out. But it makes such a great feature in the garden, very, very neat and tidy. Absolutely love the Abelia Kaleidoscope. Next to it, again, the foliage contrasts really well. Even though there's no flower there, you get such a nice show from both of them planted quite close together. This is a Lobelia Russian Princess, which has really vivid cerise pink flowers later on, but the foliage is absolute dynamite. It's such an architectural plant in its own right, even without the flowers. This will get to around about 3 to 4 feet again, quite tall, so it needs to be planted a little bit towards the middle of a border or something like that. That will die down in winter, so you won't actually see anything at all in winter, whereas the Abelia is semi-evergreen, like I said. The next one up to it, again, contrasts again really well with the with both foliage, is Berberis Orange Rocket. Thorny shrub, deciduous, will lose its leaf in winter, but gorgeous orange foliage, and it's really neat. It's a columnar type Berberis, where it grows straight up rather than quite bushy, so it makes a very, very neat, compact plant, and again can make a feature in a border just on its own. Lovely, lovely plant, and the autumn leaf colour on that is absolutely incredible. Here we have Leucanthum Broadway lights. Point the camera to the plant, Matt. It's all about the plants. Yeah, Broadway lights, lovely, big flowers with a creamy petal and bright yellow centre. Masses and masses of flowers. Can be used as a cut flower as well. It's nice to have in the house. And then next to it we have Snow Lady, which is obviously the pure white petals with the bright yellow centre. Masses of flowers again on a little compact plant, a lot shorter than the Broadway lights, but again can be used as a cut flower. But this is a lovely alternative to summer bedding. Have this in a pot on the patio. It stays really, really compact, and you just get flowers and flowers and flowers. And yeah, just a different alternative to summer bedding. Okay, so we've got this is a beautiful, beautiful conifer. This is Cryptomeria japonica Sekisugi, which is a Japanese cedar, the common name for it. Beautiful, beautiful, creamy evergreen foliage. Makes a semi-weeping tall tree of around about 12 to 15 foot eventually. But if you can imagine that in the centrepiece of the garden with darker foliage, plants around it, absolutely cracking feature plant. I absolutely love this. You must buy it as a slightly bigger plant, because as a smaller plant it doesn't really look anything. You don't really get the feel of the weeping habit of the branches slightly arching over there. So absolutely gorgeous plant, and make a cracking feature in the centre of a lawn or front of a garden. Yeah, so what we have here is another display by Rachel, where she's done 2 gorgeous flowering plants. The first one we've got here is the low one, which is Nemesia Wisley Vanilla. Like the name suggests, it smells absolutely fantastic of vanilla. It's a gorgeous plant. I think it's so important to have scent in the garden. This is an absolute cracker, really, really strong vanilla smell. Won't really get too tall, just under a foot, of about 8 inches, something like that. You'd have to treat it as though it might come back or it might not come back next year, depending on what kind of weather we have. The previous winter came back fine, no problem at all in my gardens, but it was just this last winter where it died. But it's just a stunner, absolute stunner, that one. Just flowers and flowers and flowers. It's been flowering now until from about the middle of March right up to now. It just keeps repeat flowering. Good plant. The next one is a brand spanking new plant, Penstemon Blue Springs. Unusual colour for a penstemon. Usually they're pinks, whites, reds, and the bi-colours. But this Blue Spring is an absolute stunner. It's just such a gorgeous electric blue, and just masses of flower. Absolutely lovely. Again, doesn't get particularly big, nice and neat. It'll only get to just over a foot tall. Lovely plant. I think this will be really popular and be possibly one of the most popular varieties of penstemon in a couple of years from now, really. It's a nice plant, masses of flowers. Other good ones for this week that you should look out for: Photinia Little Robin, nice evergreen, neat, compact shrub. Only gets to about 2 foot by about 2 foot wide. All the new foliage comes out this really brilliant bright red. So being as it's the new foliage and the new growth, you're going to get those flushes all the way through the year on a repeat, rather than just waiting for a single flower flush. Good, nice, neat plant, excellent for a container. The bigger version of that is the new pink marble. Everybody knows Photinia Red Robin, but this is Photinia Pink Marble. All the new growth is a vivid bright pink, which slowly fades to a cream and green variegation, evergreen plant again. Will get to about 9 to 10 feet eventually. Like the Red Robin, it can be used as an evergreen hedge. Plants 2 to 3 feet apart, and clip, on a very regular basis to encourage all the new growth to come out. It gives you a really good show. I think this will overtake Photinia Red Robin as the choice plant for hedging and as a feature plant as well, because it can be trimmed as an oval ornamental shrub. The next one we've got is Lavandula Stoiches Silver Annuuk. There's also a nook, but this is Silver Annuuk. Silver foliage, fantastic scent from the foliage, and these butterfly type flowers that contrast really well with the foliage. Needs a very sunny spot, very well drained spot, but it's supposed to be one of the most hardiest French lavenders that there is at the moment. I've actually been to travelling and seen the nursery where they grow these, and impressive place, impressive nursery. And of course, the next thing is hydrangea. Hydrangea, beautiful plant, massive flowers. Makes quite a large shrub, 4 to 5 foot and probably about 5 to 6 foot across. But you just get so many flowers, and it flowers for such a long time, from about the beginning of May to the end of August, September time. Gorgeous plant, and there's new varieties now with black stems as a bit of a contrast. They're absolutely gorgeous, but they give you such a good show, like no other hardy plant really. You see that way, it's just masses and masses of flowers, just completely cover the plant, and you get that when it becomes very mature. You just get just a sea of flowers for such a long time. You don't really get that colour from regular shrubs, only from bedding plants, and hydrangea is a must. It's often considered as a bit of an old person's plant, but I think that's completely wrong. They make a great container plant. We've got a blue here. If you planted that straight into a zinc modern container or a highly glossed container in the garden, it looks so modern. I think it's a shame that these are considered a bit old-fashioned, because I absolutely love them. The blue ones here do require ericaceous compost or acid compost to keep them blue. If they start to go a little bit pink, a bit of hydrangea granules or sulphate of iron or corrected back to blue, but such a gorgeous blue, and again next to something like the pentstemon there, really nice contrast. It's a gorgeous plant. So that's just a few of the plants that we've got for this week. There are many more, but we shall see you next week with another selection. Okay, so what we have here is another display by Rachel. It's done a cracking job of the two really gorgeous flowering plants. The first one here, the low one, is Nemesia Wisley Vanilla. Small